Let's get to this Reddit story. I caught my spoiled sister making out with my boyfriend a week before her wedding. I couldn't. You couldn't what?
I caught my spoiled sister making out with my BF a week before her wedding. I couldn't take it and called her fiance. I thought,
yo, what do you do if you're in this situation, bro?
On the wedding day. I, 28F, was in a difficult situation with my sister, 26F, and my—
Oh, like F for female. I was like, is this bitch doing fucking coordinates and shit? Why she say 26F, 28F, bro? My fucking mind is cooked, bro. Holy shit.
Boyfriend, 29M. My sister's wedding was coming up, and I noticed she was acting strange around my boyfriend. It wasn't anything obvious at first, just little things that made me uncomfortable.
Type shit.
It started with small comments. My sister would say things like, "Wow, you're so funny," to my boyfriend's jokes, even when they weren't that great.
Nah. See, I'm a jealous ass nigga. I'm a jealous ass nigga. If my girl would have laughed at a nigga's joke way too hard, bro, I'm gonna look at her and be like, what was so funny?
She laughed a bit too hard at everything he said.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that.
I tried to brush it off at first,
I'm
thinking
on her
maybe
side
she
right
was
now.
just being extra friendly because of the wedding excitement. But then I noticed more.
What happened?
She started finding reasons to touch him casually,
Whoa.
a hand on his arm when talking, or bumping into him accidentally when walking past.
Oh no, she's trying to fuck she's trying to fuck your goddamn boyfriend. Hold on, shut up. I gotta close my door. I don't know how the fuck they got in here, but my mom is slumped. So, and I know I'm gonna be loud, so I had to close my door. But not gonna lie, already off rip, you gotta fucking beat your sister's ass.
It was subtle, but it was there.
I don't give a fuck if it was subtle,
I saw
nigga.
her eyes lingering on him a bit too long when he wasn't looking. It made my stomach churn. I tried to talk to my boyfriend about it.
And what'd he say?
One night, after we got home from a family dinner where my sister had been particularly flirty, I brought it up. "Did you notice how Sarah was acting tonight?" I asked.
Nigga, bruh. Niggas are oblivious. Some niggas are oblivious, bruh. So on God, he probably gonna be like, man, what are you talking about, bruh? But nah, he probably knows what's going on.
He looked confused. "What do you mean?"
Knew it.
I explained what I had seen. The laughing, the touching, the looks. He listened, but then he just shrugged. "I think you're reading too much into it," he said. "She's probably—
I already know this fucking shit's gonna go crazy, bro. Drink water, I got you.
But it didn't feel harmless to me. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. I decided to keep a closer eye on things, hoping I was wrong. The next few weeks were tense.
Okay, what happened?
Every time we were around my sister, I found myself watching her like a hawk.
Damn.
I noticed more and more little things that bothered me.
It be the ones closest to you. It be the ones closest to you, bro. Like, why is your sister doing this? You're about to get... Nigga, you're about to get fucking married, bro.
She would always sit next to my boyfriend if she could. She'd find excuses.
That means you don't love your husband or soon-to-be husband.
Even though I was right there. One day, we were all at my parents' house for a family barbecue.
It's always the barbecues,
man. And when I came back out, I saw my sister and my boyfriend talking quietly in a corner of the yard.
Why are they interacting with other people at the
barbecue? And my sister was
barbecue?
giggling at something he said. When they saw me, they quickly stepped apart, and my sister walked away.
See, that nigga was saying he ain't know nothing, right? Huh? Oh, it's harmless, right? Yeah, buddy. Why you step away so fast then?
I felt sick to my stomach.
Shit, I would too,
I wanted to confront them right then and there, but I didn't want to cause a scene at the family gathering.
Shit, she better than me. I would have crashed out.
Instead, I waited until we got home that night. "What were you and Sarah talking about earlier?" I asked my boyfriend as casually as I could. He looked surprised by the question. "Oh, just some wedding stuff. She was asking my opinion on the music selection." I raised an eyebrow.
And
that required you to stand so close together? He sighed. "Come on, not this again. I told you, there's nothing going on."
See, my thing when it comes to relationships, bro, is if your significant other is obviously feeling a certain way, and you may or may not like see it that way, nigga, that is your significant other, buddy. Like, you should at least adhere to what the fuck is going on. Don't be a fucking dick meat.
Sarah's just being friendly. I couldn't hold back anymore. Friendly? She's practically throwing herself at you.
Nah, I jokingly timed you out.
To stop
Hockey.
it. He looked hurt. "What do you want me to do? She's
nigga,
your sister.
Stop talking to her.
I'm trying to be nice to her.
Fuck no.
I can't just tell her to go away."
Yes, you literally can.
Set some boundaries.
You literally can tell that bitch to get the fuck out of your face, nigga. I would. If I know it's making my girl uncomfortable, bruh. What?
I said, "You could make it clear you're not interested." "But I'm not interested," he insisted.
So tell her that, dumbass.
Clear. You're seeing things that aren't there. We argued for a while, but it went nowhere. He kept insisting I was imagining things, and I couldn't make him see.
Chat, what are y'all doing in this situation?
In the end, we went to bed angry and frustrated. The next day, I decided I needed to talk to my sister directly.
Yeah, you did.
I called her and asked if we could meet for coffee. She agreed, sounding cheerful and oblivious to my concerns. We met at a small cafe near her apartment. I was nervous, my hands shaking slightly as I stirred my coffee. My sister chatted.
I am crashing
happily
out.
about wedding plans.
Hey, on God, I'm crashing out. Hey, I got a question for y'all too, bruh. So, do y'all think that someone is just naturally flirty? Like, they just have a naturally flirty, like, personality? Or do you think they're like that on purpose? I'm just curious.
My discomfort. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore.
So I can't just be naturally flirty to every motherfucker I know.
We need to talk about something. She looked at me, surprised by my serious tone.
Well, I gotta have some interest or think
What's
you're
wrong?
attracted to even flirt
I
in
took
the
a
first
deep
place.
breath. I've noticed how you've been acting around Tom lately.
That nigga's name is Tom?
The flirting, the touching, the way you look at him.
It's always a white nigga.
It needs to stop. Her face went through a range of emotions. Surprise, confusion, then anger. What are you talking about? She demanded. I haven't been flirting with Tom. Yes,
I don't know how to leave in the first place.
Insisted. Maybe you don't realize you're doing it, but you are. And it's making me very uncomfortable.
Tom and Jerry, your name is Brandon? My name's not Brandon,
You're being ridiculous. Tom's practically family. I'm just being friendly. It's more than that.
Tom is practically family.
You're always finding excuses to be near him, to touch him. You laugh at all his jokes, even the bad ones. It's obvious what you're doing.
Yeah, it is.
Her face flushed red.
She's
I can't believe you're accusing me of this.
And here we go with the gaslighting. Bitch, you know what you're doing. You know exactly what the fuck you're doing. L gaslight, bruh. L fucking gaslight, my nigga.
She said, especially right before my wedding. Are you really that insecure?
Wow. She pulled the insecure card. That's when you know a motherfucker caught.
On. This isn't about insecurity, it's about respect. You're crossing a line and it needs to stop.
Facts.
She stood up abruptly, her chair scraping loudly against the floor.
Yo, so what's the shorty's names, bro?
I'm not going to sit here and listen to this, she said. You're being paranoid and ridiculous. If you can't trust your own sister, that's your problem, not mine. She stormed out of the cafe, leaving me sitting there alone. I felt awful.
Why?
Had I made a mistake?
No.
Was I really just being paranoid?
No.
When I got home, my boyfriend was there. He could tell something was wrong as soon as I walked in.
Did he ask you what was wrong?
What happened?
Okay.
He asked. I told him about my conversation with Sarah.
Oh, Sarah,
As I spoke,
I forgot.
his face grew more and more concerned. When I finished, he sighed heavily. I think you've made a big mistake, he said. Sarah's going to be really hurt by this. And right before her wedding, too.
Yo! What the fuck? Yo, fuck that nigga Tom.
So you're taking her side?
Yeah, nah, what?
He shook his head. I'm not taking sides. I'm just saying.
Bitch, you're taking sides. What the fuck do you mean you're not taking sides? You literally...
I really don't think Sarah was flirting with me. And even if she was, which I doubt, confronting her like this wasn't the way to handle it. I felt tears welling up in my eyes.
And I feel my fucking fist balling up. I'm finna uppercut Sarah and send her to some...
So what was I supposed to do? Just ignore it? He came over and put his arms around me. You could have talked to me more about it. Or maybe
nigga, she did!
In a less accusatory way. Now
nigga, she
probably
tried.
Upset with both of us. And it's going to make the wedding really awkward.
Bruh, L both of them,
I
nigga.
pulled away from him.
I ain't got a sister after this, I'm weak.
He sighed again. I didn't say that. I just think you may have overreacted a bit.
Nah,
L
boyfriend.
Some more, but it was clear we weren't going to agree.
L boyfriend.
Eventually, he went to bed, leaving me alone with my thoughts.
And you shouldn't do that if you have a girlfriend.
The next few days were tense. My sister wasn't speaking.
I feel like your girlfriend should always go to sleep happy.
I didn't know why Sarah was so upset.
Or at least you try to make it happy.
But I could tell they thought I was overreacting too. The wedding was getting closer, and I didn't know what to do. I was supposed to be a bridesmaid, but now I wasn't sure if Sarah even wanted me there.
Shit, I would.
My boyfriend was still in.
I wouldn't if I was Sarah.
And he said he thought we should both go.
But if I was in that position, type shit.
But the thought of watching my sister walk down the aisle, knowing how upset she was with me, made me feel sick.
But you're not even in the wrong, bruh.
Times, but she didn't answer. I left voicemails apologizing.
Sending her to the stratosphere to go fuck Stratus. So, okay.
Saying we needed to talk, but she never called back. I even went to her apartment, but she wouldn't open the door. As the wedding day got closer, I felt more and more anxious. My boyfriend kept telling me to relax, that everything would blow over, but I wasn't so sure. I had a nightmare where I showed up at the wedding and everyone turned to stare at me, whispering and pointing. I woke up in
Alright, so now she's turning fucking delusional. Now she's turning delusional. It's okay, bro. It's okay, bro.
Update: things got worse after my confrontation with Sarah. She told our mom about my accusations, and mom was furious with me.
What?
Yelling about how I could be so selfish and
what? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. You gotta disown your sister after that.
Your own sister of such a thing, she demanded.
Oh, Minecraft gameplay? Nigga, my thing is like, you could at least go to different places, bro. 13 minutes of me looking at you jump around in the same fucking place, bro.
My side,
what's good, Rain?
but she wouldn't listen. She told me I needed to apologize to Sarah immediately and fix this mess.
Why was the boyfriend still invited to the wedding? I don't even know, bro.
Sarah still wouldn't speak to me.
The fact that her family is mad too is crazy.
Tom kept insisting I was overreacting, which only made me feel more lonely and frustrated. A week before the wedding,
but why is Tom invited?
To try and smooth things over.
That nigga's not a best man or anything.
I heard muffled voices from the side of the house. Curious, I walked around to the garden and froze in shock at what I saw.
And boom, he's seeing Tom tonguing the fuck out of Sarah, bruh. Tongue deep in her fucking mouth.
There, partially hidden behind a large shrub, were Sarah and Tom. They were locked in a passionate embrace, kissing deeply.
No! I didn't mean for it to happen. Oh, yo, no, no.
Tom's hand was under Sarah's shirt, and her legs were wrapped around his waist. They were so embraced in each other that they didn't even notice me standing there. I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach.
Nigga, fuck punched in the stomach. You were shot in the fucking chest, nigga.
All the air left my lungs, and for a moment I couldn't move or speak.
That's crazy.
As the reality of what I was seeing sank.
Niggas said they were playing tonsil hockey.
Tom, tired face, tired face, tired face.
That's crazy. Take a picture and show the fucking parents too, bruh. What the fuck?
What the hell is this? I screamed. They jumped apart, looking guilty and shocked.
Yeah.
Sarah's face went pale.
Yeah.
While Tom started stammering. It's not what it looks like. But it was exact.
Nigga, what the fuck do you mean it's not what it looks like? You're tongue deep in this motherfucker's mouth. With your hand, with his hand on your titty, bitch. And your legs wrapped around that nigga. Like you finna get fucked with your clothes on.
What it looked like.
What else? What else could happen?
All my fears that everyone had dismissed as paranoia were suddenly confirmed in the worst possible way.
That's my biggest fear, bro.
I choked out.
Crash out.
Tears streaming down my face.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. That's one of my biggest fucking fears, bro. Catching my significant other being intimate with somebody else, or getting a phone call, a FaceTime phone call from my girl, and then a motherfucker talking about, hey, bro, she busy right now. What the fuck?
My own sister and my boyfriend? Sarah started crying too. I'm so sorry, she sobbed. We didn't mean for this to happen. But I couldn't bear to hear their excuses. I turned and ran back to my car, ignoring their calls for me to come back.
That's crazy, bro. She busy, little bro? Nah, bro. Sarah, niggas out here swapping spit. What the fuck you mean they look like?
Oh, God. I packed a bag with some clothes and essentials. I sent a text to Tom. We're done. Don't try to contact me again.
Damn, GG's.
Mike I just got to light that shit up like the 4th of July in GTA.
I'm writing this from a hotel room in a nearby city.
Shit.
I don't know what I'm going to do next.
It is the 4th of July, nigga.
The wedding is in
Spark some shit up.
There's no way I can attend now. My relationship is over, and my relationship with my sister may never recover from this betrayal. I feel like my whole world has been turned upside down.
The fact that it's your family too is crazy, bro.
Like I was crazy for
Are we adding more to the song? Yeah.
But I was right all along. I don't know how I'll ever trust anyone again after this.
I just don't know how I want to.
So, Reddit, any advice on how to move forward from here would be appreciated.
I don't know what direction we should go to.
Update. After the shock of catching my sister Sarah with my now ex-boyfriend Tom, I spent a few days in a daze, barely able to process.
You wanna know? I feel like I know what's gonna happen. Sarah's gonna continue to see that nigga Tom, bro.
That's what had happened. My phone was flooded with messages and missed calls from both of them, as well as from my parents, but I couldn't bring myself to respond. Eventually,
that motherfucker went ghost. W. Danny Phantom.
To know the truth. Mark, Sarah's fiance. With a heavy heart, I called him.
Oh my God, she's a fucking demon. Crash the party. Crash the party. Holy shit.
When Mark answered, I could hear the confusion in his voice. Hey, what's going on? Sarah's been a mess.
Yeah, that motherfucker missed the bounce. That kind of made me mad.
I took a deep breath and told him everything. I explained my initial suspicions.
Yeah, I was saying, bitch. Sound like she was on the phone.
And finally,
well, she was,
what I had witnessed
why'd
in
the
my
AI do it
garden.
like that?
As I spoke, Mark remained silent, only occasionally making a sound to indicate he was still listening.
Shit.
When I finished, there was a long pause. Finally, Mark spoke, his voice low and controlled. Thank you for telling me. I need some time to think about this. That was all.
Damn, I would have crashed out. I ain't gonna lie.
I sat there staring at my phone, wondering what he would do with this information.
I would have been like, "Hey, yo, Sarah!" Grab her by her neck. Who the fuck? No, I'm just kidding.
As the wedding day approached,
control your emotions,
I heard nothing
guys.
from Mark or my family. Sarah had stopped trying to contact me,
and
I assumed she had convinced Mark to forgive her.
What?
The thought that she might actually get away with this,
she's not.
That she would get her happily ever after, while my life lay in ruins, made me feel sick. I decided not to attend the wedding.
Okay,
I couldn't bear the thought of watching Sarah walk down the aisle.
Shit, nigga like me would have ruined that shit.
Instead, I planned to spend the day alone, trying to figure out how to piece my life back together. However, the evening of the wedding, I received a call from my cousin Emma. Her voice was hushed and excited. Oh my God, you won't believe what just happened.
Whoa.
Her back together. Instead, I planned to spend the day alone, trying to figure out how to piece my life back together. However, the evening of the wedding, I received a call from my cousin Emma.
Her cousin Emma, I bet.
Oh my God, you won't believe what just happened.
What happened, Emma?
Confused, I asked her what she meant. Emma launched into her story. So everything seemed normal at first. Sarah looked beautiful in her dress, and Mark was standing at the altar. But when...
So that nigga Mark just said, I don't give a fuck, we still getting married? Yo, do niggas like... do niggas not know what respect is anymore, bro? People in the story is nonchalant, nigga. I would have crashed out, babyface. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Holy shit, bro. Let it marinate. Bro, I'm a reactor. I gotta put my thoughts in before it happens.
When it came time for the vows, Mark stepped forward and said he had an announcement to make. My heart started racing as Emma continued. Mark told everyone that he couldn't go through with the wedding. He said, I can't marry someone who would betray her own sister and ruin her life by getting involved with her boyfriend. Sarah went completely pale. Then Mark turned to your parents and said, I'm sorry, but I think you should know the real reason why your daughter hasn't been speaking to any of you.
Cause that bitch a slut! She a fucking whore!
Emma went on to describe the chaos that ensued.
Oh, my fault, boys, my
fault.
fault.
Sarah burst into tears. My parents looked shocked and confused, and the guests started whispering among themselves. Mark apparently walked out of the church, leaving Sarah sobbing at the altar.
Good.
It was like
fuck that bitch!
Movie, Emma said. Everyone's still in shock. Your parents are trying to get the full story from Sarah, but she's a complete mess. I sat there, stunned. Part of me felt justified that the truth had finally come out, but another part felt sad for the sadness which caused my
fuck that feeling bad shit. You see the fuck that bitch
family.
Man.
Are you okay?
To follow, Kenji.
Emma asked when I didn't respond.
Mark a drama queen?
Man,
my nigga Mark did that shit.
Don't know.
Fuck that bitch.
I answered honestly. I never wanted it to end like this. After talking to Emma for a bit longer, I hung up and sat in silence, trying to process everything. The truth was out, but at what cost? My relationship
thought she was Batman, but at what
cost? Was
shattered. The city is saved.
My family was in turmoil.
But at what cost?
I realized that while the truth had come to light, it didn't magically fix everything.
Well, duh,
bitch. I
still
had a long road ahead in terms of healing and rebuilding trust. But for the first time since this whole ordeal began, I felt a small sense of relief. At least now, I could start to move forward without the weight of unspoken truths holding me down.
I ain't gonna lie, Chad. Is it sad that when she said unspoken, the first thing that came to my head was Riz, bro? Like, fuck, man. As soon as you said unspoken, I just thought of Riz in my head, bro.
As for what comes
I
next,
might be
I'm
cooked.
not sure. I know I'll need to face my family eventually, but for now I'm taking it one day at a time. If nothing else, this experience has taught me the importance of trusting my instincts and standing up for myself, even when others doubt me. To those who supported me through this ordeal, thank you. Your words of encouragement meant more than you know. And to those in similar situations, remember, trust your gut and don't let anyone gaslight you into doubting your own perceptions.
Facts. Damn, we don't get no like buy or nothing, bro. Yo, my biggest thing about that whole thing is why'd you go to Reddit? Like, why'd you go to Reddit?